In the heart of Montana, nestled deep within the woods, lay a forgotten town called Pine Hollow. It had been abandoned for decades. Its last residents vanished without a trace in the winter of 1967. The town had become an eerie legend, a place whispered about around campfires and discussed in hushed tones by local historians. No one dared to go near it, but that changed when three documentary filmmakers, James, Lila, and Mark, decided to uncover the truth behind Pine Hollow's dark history. Their research revealed chilling accounts of people disappearing overnight, leaving behind warm meals, unfinished letters, and beds still indented from where they had once slept. The local sheriff's last report, dated January 12, 1967, simply read, "They are here. God help us." Determined to find answers, the trio set out with their cameras and recording equipment. The road to Pine Hollow was overgrown, the trees leaning inward as if trying to shield the town from prying eyes. The moment they stepped past the first decrepit house, a strange silence fell over them. No birds, no rustling leaves, nothing but the sound of their own breaths. They explored the town square, where stores stood frozen in time, shelves still lined with dust-covered goods. As night fell, they set up camp inside what used to be the town's church. That's when the whispers started. Soft, barely audible at first, then growing louder. They came from everywhere and nowhere all at once. Lila clutched her camera tightly, her hands shaking. Mark turned on the infrared to capture. Then, the church doors slammed shut. The air grew dense, suffocating. James tried to open the doors, but they wouldn't budge. A child's laughter echoed through the empty hall. Lila gasped, pointing toward the altar. A figure stood there, a tall, gaunt man with hollow eyes. His mouth moved, but no sound came out. Instead, the whispers intensified, overlapping each other in a chaotic symphony of despair. Mark screamed as something unseen yanked him backward, dragging him across the wooden floor. James lunged for him, but an invisible force knocked him aside. The last thing the camera captured was Lila's terrified face before the screen went black. The next morning, James awoke alone in the church. The air was stale, thick with dust. His head throbbed as he searched for his friends. Their equipment lay scattered, but Mark and Lila were gone. He stepped outside, but Pine Hollow was different. The sky had turned a sickly shade of gray. The trees twisted and gnarled like skeletal hands reaching for him. The town was no longer abandoned. Figures stood in the windows, watching. Panicked, James ran. Every turn led him back to the town square. His frantic shouts were swallowed by the silence. Then, he saw them. Mark and Lila standing motionless in front of the general store. Their eyes were black voids, faces blank. They spoke in unison, their voices layered with countless others. James turned to flee, but his legs wouldn't move. A cold grip tightened around his wrist, pulling him back. Shadows crawled along the ground, stretching toward him. He struggled, screamed, but the darkness swallowed him whole. Days later, the footage was found inside their abandoned car at the edge of the forest. The three filmmakers were never seen again. Their disappearance was just another entry in Pine Hollow's long history of vanishing souls. But the story didn't end there. Months later, a group of online sleuths, fascinated by the footage, set out to retrace the filmmakers' steps. They live-streamed their journey, capturing their every move. The footage started normally: dense woods, eerie silence, the remnants of a lost town. But then, the same whispers began. The live stream viewers watched in horror as the group's flashlight beams flickered, revealing fleeting shadows shifting unnaturally. A message suddenly appeared in the chat. "Leave, now!" It wasn't from any of the viewers. The group ignored it, pressing deeper into Pine Hollow. They reached the church, its doors wide open, as if inviting them in. One by one, they entered, their breathing shallow. Then, the screen glitched, distorting faces, elongating shadows. The whispers grew deafening. The viewers could only watch as the camera fell to the ground, revealing feet dragging across the floor. The live stream abruptly ended. No one from the group was ever found. Now a new legend circulates among those who dare to watch the lost footage. They say if you listen closely, you can hear the whispers calling your name. And if you ever dream of Pine Hollow, you may never wake up.